Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have worked about 10,000 cases, and by the way, this is the home of the 5-minute or less video. I can tell you everything you need to know within 5 minutes. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff, and we can resolve any issue that you want. I do these videos for 3 reasons: to educate you, to inform you or give you information from an insider so you know what's going on, and mainly so you don't get ripped off, especially in the IRS debt space and offer and compromise and settlements. There's a lot of people selling a lot of peddling crap out there, so I just want to make sure you don't get stuck in that, and you're always welcome to comment on something or ask me questions. Today I want to talk to you about, I was a former revenue officer, by the way. I used to be a collector. I used to set up agreements, set up offers and compromise, deny offers and compromise. That's kind of what I do. But I want to talk today, if you had a payment agreement with IRS and you defaulted and you can't afford to pay it, what should you do? I get a lot of calls in that aspect that people have had payment agreements and they can't make the payment anymore. They defaulted and they don't know what's next. That happens a lot, and don't be an alarmist. I'm not an alarmist. Don't get over worried about this. You have a couple options. IRS will send you at some point in time a CP 523 letter, and they're going to let you know, hey, guess what, you missed your payments. Well, a lot of times your financial statement has changed and you don't have the ability to pay the tax, or you've been sick and you have other bills and IRS isn't on your radar. All you really need to do is call the Internal Revenue Service and let them know that things have changed and you need to modify your payment agreement. Don't think you're stuck, that you're going to go to prison, they're going to levy you, or they're going to garnish your wages. Just let the Internal Revenue Service know that that's the case. So as a former IRS agent, when I was working cases, I did have people who entered payments. I wasn't working the case anymore, and I set them up on agreements, and they said, hey, Michael, what do I do? Well, I said, well, I'm not working your case. Simply call the 1-800 number, but you got to be prepared to give them a financial statement. IRS is going to want a new 433F if the case is in the service center. If you do that, make sure your tax returns are filed and at least you're making estimate payments, or your withholding is up to date. And if that's the case, you're probably not going to you're not going to probably have a problem having IRS reinstate another agreement or modify the agreement. So if you need a modified agreement, just prepare to give IRS that financial statement and call the 1-800 number back. A lot of people do it, maybe 1 million people a year, so you're not the only one. And do not feel bad about calling IRS back. That's just the way life goes, so don't worry about it. Once again, make sure you keep all your returns filed. The IRS wants to make sure you're compliant. If this information was good to you, please give me a subscription. YouTube loves us to have subscriptions, so I'd appreciate you doing that. I have a whole team of former IRS agents if you need help. And anyway, you'll find us in the description section below. Thank you.